This is one of my favorite trees. It's known as the Nordman fir. And I like it because I can use it for decorating, uh, making beautiful branches. You can make wreaths out of it. But I noticed this year we had quite a bit of cold weather and quite a bit of snow. And the snow stayed on the ground for quite some time. So when I came out, I started looking at this tree, and all the lower branches are pruned. And most of the foliage, if you look up here, the foliage is just beautiful. The deer came in, and not really tall deer. We have a herd. One of the herds is 5 or 6 deer, and fed on all of the lower branches. Now, I really don't need to prune, but I might take my shears if I notice some branches are not going to survive. I will come in and remove that branch. And there are some other trees that deer really love. When I was sitting with my dad the other evening, he said to me, Mark, I need you to look at our ewes. We have a new disease, or something's really wrong with them. And so I came out the next day and I looked at which this is the normal look of the ewe. So this plant behind me here would be covered with like 50 or 100 branches looking like this, not looking like this. So when I looked at it, I looked at the ends of the cuts. They were kind of not cuts that are made with a shears or a knife, not a clean cut. And I said, this is deer damage. And for some of you that may know, ewes, and especially the red berries, can be highly toxic, and the foliage. In fact, I read somewhere that elk were starving somewhere and they fed on ewes and they died. But I guess these deer that we have fed a little bit every day. So what I'd recommend is you come in and you just tip back some of these branches, maybe just like this. You can just come in and tip them back, and this is going to come back with beautiful growth during the summer. And you might just want to feed it a little bit with a little fertilizer, and it's going to come back with beautiful foliage just like this. One of my favorite evergreen trees, it keeps its foliage throughout the year, is euonymus, and the variety is known as Manhattan. And look how nice this branch is here. Beautiful branch. As I walked by the other day, I looked at the lower part of this, I guess, small shrub, and the deer have fed upon the low as high as they could reach. And when I watch them, there's a couple little fawns and there's 2 big does, and they have completely fed on the foliage. I don't really have to prune it. They did the pruning for me. Join me next time in the garden.
Email your garden questions to Viette at Viette.com.